All right, so next we're going to go into the transfer admission guarantee process so that you have a clear understanding of what you would need to do to tag to one of the 6 UCs that participate in the program. So let me go ahead and bring it up on the Transfer Center website so you can see where the information is housed. So on the Transfer Center page under Resources, you can see we have tag, and we update this information every summer. And so what you'll see here is what students needed in order to tag for fall of 2021. And so we have various information here on the steps, and we offer workshops. You have to have a transfer admission planner. That is how you submit the tag. And then we also have a link to the UC tag matrix, and then links for each of the schools. So the 6 campuses that participate are listed here. UC Berkeley, UCLA, and UC San Diego do not participate in the tag process. And so the tag is really for students who have a higher level of criteria met. You do not have to have a tag to be admitted to a UC. However, it's a nice thing to get if you're eligible, and it just allows you to know that no matter what, because you've met the tag criteria, you will be accepted to that one particular campus. So you currently can tag to one campus, and then you apply to as many schools as you want. So you could tag to UC Irvine and then apply to UCLA and UC San Diego. And if you got into UCLA, you could say to Irvine, thanks so much, but I'm going to UCLA. So the tag is not bound to you as far as you have to go there. But the UC has to keep their end of the bargain as long as you've kept yours by maintaining your GPA. And so just keep that in mind, that you can tag to one campus and then apply to as many as you'd like. The tag criteria can change each and every year. So what I'm going to show you was what is required for fall of 21 students. But if you're watching this video come summer, it could be a little bit different for the following year. So just keep that in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the information. So let's look at the UC tag matrix, because there's a lot of good information in here. In order to tag, you have to be a California Community College student. So you can't tag from Sonoma State into UC Davis. You have to be a California Community College student. You have to have 30 UC transferable units completed by the end of summer in order to tag for the following year. The tag contract is written in the month of September for the following fall semester. And so you have to have the 30 units completed by the end of summer. And then you can just go through the matrix to see some of the other specific information that each of the UCs tells you here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And so you can see, let's go in here. So can students with non-California Community College coursework file a tag? Yes, you can, but you have to meet the definition of a California Community College student, which is that you'll have 30 semester units completed at a California Community College before you enter a UC, okay? And then it shows you what the minimum GPA was. So for UC Davis, 3.2 is for the majority of the majors, with a 3.5 for computer science and the College of Engineering. And then you can see Irvine, you needed a 3.4. For Santa Barbara, it was a 3.4, but it was a 3.4 by the end of fall. And so they would allow students, let's say you had a 3.3 at the end of summer, as long as you got it up to a 3.4 by the end of fall, you were eligible to get the tag. And same for Santa Cruz. They'll take your fall grades into consideration, and you just need a 3.0 for Santa Cruz. You have to have English and math completed in some cases in order to be tag eligible. So you can see for Davis, math, transferable level math had to be done by the end of fall. But for Irvine, you had to have it by the end of summer. So if a student was in math, let's say their first transferable math class in fall, then they were not eligible to tag to UC Irvine. So it's these little details that you have to go in and look and make sure that you are tag eligible, okay? And let's see, deadline for all their tag. Yeah, typically it's the end of spring. That's not anything specific there. So then what we do at Santa Rosa Junior College is we take the tag information and we kind of interpret it into our students' language. So we give you a tip sheet. And so the tip sheet shows you what you need in order to tag to UC Davis. So just some varying information that you would find in the matrix, find on their website, and we kind of incorporate it into one document. The other thing that we do is we look at the selective majors and tell you what has to be done for the selective majors. So for instance, for psychology, you need to have that overall GPA of a 3.2, and then you need the following courses with a 2.9. You don't have to have all of them done at the time you tag, but they have to be done by the end of spring. So this includes Psych 1A, Math 15 or Psych 9, and then you need Bio 2.1 or Bio 10, 12, or 16. And then Anthro 1 or Physio 1. So it's most common that students do this. They would take one of the bios and Anthro 1 along with psych and stats and be done for Davis's psych major. And so you can see the varying information that we provide. Some campuses don't have a lot of selective majors. So like here's UC Santa Barbara. They only have 3 majors that are selective, so there's not a ton there. But for Santa Cruz and Davis, they have the most selective majors. And so you would want to look at that and make sure that you qualify for the tag, not only by the matrix and the overall standards, but also by major. If your major is not listed as selective, then you just have to meet the general requirements. Let's say a history major for Santa Cruz. You just have to have that 3.0, have the English and math done by their dates, and then you're good to go to tag. So if UCs are on your list, I highly recommend that you submit a tag if you're tag eligible. And to tag is free. It doesn't cost anything. You do still have to apply to the campus that you tag to. So, if you tag to UC Santa Barbara, you will then need to submit the UC application and pay for your UC application. But as far as the tag, it does not cost anything. So hopefully that provides you a little bit of an overview of what the tags are and what a great program that it is.